Bloody hell, are we still doing these?
Poom is the noise the box makes. Yep, it's mystery box time thingamajiggy again. Late this month because some of the boxes were late in. And I'll tell you what, here are the results of the vote from last month. So, in keeping with the top three, we shall be doing the Nostalgia Boxes, Loot Crate, and the Munchpak thingy. And we'll start with the Loot Crate, like we used to back in the old days. Very expensive Loot Crate this month, because the bloody customs got hold of it and charged me an extra £11 and 4 pence. It's the £11 that really hurts, but the 4 pence that ruins the day. Right, it's a very vertical box this time. As in, it's sort of taller than it usually is. This makes me think it's full of dogs. Anyway, we have a shirt of tea with old Sterling Archer on the front. And that sort of weird grey material with flex in that you only really see in t-shirts and sometimes jogging bottoms. There we are. That's our material talk for the day. What does it say? Sterling Archer. Do you want a president? Because that's how you get a president. Danger Zone president? 2016. You see, I think they're going for a bit of an American presidential campaign thing with that. That's alright, isn't it? If you like Sterling Archer, that is a very good one. I like the pilot episode where one of the main characters was replaced with a screaming velociraptor. We need to see more of that in life, preferably in soap operas. Next up, it's socks. Kill Bill Volume 1 socks. So they look like the boots the bride was wearing in Kill Bill Volume 1, presumably. Well, let's open up and find out. If I can work out how. It's this end. Yeah. And they're splattered in blood, as well they should be. Yep, that's pretty much what that is then. It's of course based on the yellow tracksuit thingy that Bruce Lee wore in Game of Death. And then it was worn by Uma Thurman. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? If you like socks that are slight references to films that are getting on a bit, you will not find better ones than these. And oh my god, it's one of these Q-Fig things. Curses. These are things that are almost good, but don't quite work, for me anyway. And it's Harley Quinn, bless her, with one of the pet hyenas done up in Harlequin attire as well, with a big mallet. "Hi, Puddin', miss me?" she asks. And yet the Joker will never answer. Oh, that's... Oh god, you can get one. Oh, you remind yourself of that extremely messy movie with movie Harley Quinn. No thanks. Yeah, I don't know. See, these things are nicely made, but again, you've got the big head and small body thing, although slightly less mutant than Funko Pops and stuff. And I do like Harley Quinn a lot, but no, the style ain't doing it for me. Oh well, that'll go down to the second-hand game shop. And next, I don't know what on earth this is. Oh, it's Hellboy. Oh, the Right Hand of Doom. A ceramic bank. And it's a Loot Crate exclusive, according to this sticker. From Zach! Do you always have to shout his name? Oh yeah, we're going down the pub. We're going to see John, Mickey, and Zach! Please stop shouting his name. I will never do this thing, etc. Mike being known as Hellboy, join the conversation at Zach Designs. Please recycle this packaging. Turn it into a noose for a small mouse which you wish to murder because it was complicit in a Ponzi scheme which ruined your grandmother. Right, it's a ceramic bank. You can tap it with your finger and it sounds ceramic. Put your coins in there, have immense difficulty getting them out the bottom if these things are anything like what I remember from the 80s. Oh god, yep. Oh no, it's not too bad. Yep, you can probably get coins out of that. Well, that's cool. For any Hellboy fan, that is a nice thing. And you can also use it to punch people, and then it will shatter and stick bits of pork. Actually, don't use it to punch people. I think we can exclusively say that. Right, what else lurks? Very little, actually. Cardboard flaps for making the box something else. Oh, we'll have a look at that in a second. All that remains is the book, isn't there? Don't they always give you a badge or something? No, they've given up on the badges. Good. 10 points. Take the badge money and put it in other things. And here's a recipe for hot wings and potato salad. What? Not quite what I was expecting today. Well, there we go then. Well, I'm glad they've got rid of the badge. That's quite positive. Yeah, mostly high-ticket items. Not that many, but what's in there is decent quality. That's good, I suppose. Now I've got to play with this box. Jump cut. It makes a big hammer. A big, empty cardboard hammer, loosely based on Harley Quinn's one, but with like a Loot Crate logo and the words Loot Crate written all over it. Please, Hammer, don't exist 'em. Right, let's jump cut to Nostalgia City with the toy box. As ever, 2 boxes, one of which is 90s, one of which is 80s. I don't know which because I haven't opened them up yet. I'm guessing this one is from 1937 and will contain mostly cholera. Right. It's got the Game Boy on. Does that mean 80s or 90s? That's usually the 90s. Right. There's the Game Boy game. That means it's the 90s one. And all was well. Super Mario Land. Do you know, weirdly, I've never really played this. I remember playing and completing the second one, 6 golden coins, and I did Wario Land and stuff. I don't think I've ever played the first. I do think I have a copy, though. I think this is my first duplicate game, actually, from the toy box things. But it's a very good one, and very highly thought of. Much better than, for instance, E.T. on the Atari 2600. The action figure looks amazing, and I'm going to have to take it out next. My God, it's massive. It's a Triceratops. Oh, good God! Wow. How does that work? Wow. There we are. What more does anybody want from life? Also, this may be the most 90s thing that's ever existed. Well, there's that on the back. So it looks like a viewfinder or something. Hang on. Can you see through it? Yes, you can. Ooh. Yeah, I don't quite understand what that is. See through your dinosaur's back. Right, I'm not entirely familiar with this. I think it is Extreme Dinosaurs, or it is an extreme dinosaur. Again, the term extreme dinosaurs does sound like the most 90s thing ever. Is the jaw on a hinge? I don't think it is, actually. I think it's just stuck on. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping to move his jaw and make it look like he was singing along to lots of 90s classics or something. Man, I like that. Yeah, that's a great figure. Really chunky, very interesting looking. Yep, can't complain with that. Can't tell you much about Extreme Dinosaurs because I don't really know anything about them whatsoever, other than they were dinosaurs and they were quite extreme by the standards of anyone. I also don't get what that is. I don't know if that's to do with another accessory or they just thought it'd be a good idea to stick a viewfinder on the back of your dinosaurs. Hey, it was the 90s and they were probably wanting to reuse moulds or something with silly action features in the hope of getting kids to buy the same figure twice. Who knows? More to the point, who cares? Right. Cards. What have we got? Oh my God, there's some Robocop cards. Robocop 2, in fact. Oh my God, right, I'm going to come to those. Street Fighter, the movie ones. Oh, now we're talking. Let's start with these. They look like Monster in My Pocket stickers. And indeed they are, I think. Let's just check on the back. Yep. The original Monster in My Pocket, as opposed to all those hundreds of millions of spin-offs, which kind of didn't exist. So we've got the Mummy, obviously. We've got what appears to be Beast Man from He-Man. What's the... Oh, it doesn't tell you on the back. They're all generic. Fair enough. Here is a zombie that's shaking because it's seen Dalsim. Here is a lion above 2 scared men. Meanwhile, Snake and Satan in the background. Crikey, that's slightly surprising. Here is a mini-armed mandala thing, but my God, it's got the teeth of Jaws from James Bond. Here is a woman being worried by some spooky linen. That's a slightly odd one. Ah, here's a classic. The man pushing small chest of drawers against a door. I'm guessing he's stopping something coming in, and that something he's stopping coming in is a confused dwarven warrior who's confused because people are running away. What? Does it say anything on the back? No, they don't. Very odd. Tired Dracula. He's either going to bed or getting up. We may never know. And an orc. We're going to call him Bill. Bill the Orc, and he is now the channel mascot. Wait, I lied. And, oh man, who remembers Street Fighter, the bloody movie? My God. What a drastic waste of celluloid that was. There is, I think that's Ken, I think that's Ryu, and that is Guile, played, of course, by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Probably says in the back of these, yep. Can't be bothered to read them. There's too many words. Here is Guile again, looking nothing like Guile, but being quite French. Here he is again, except now he's dancing on a table or something, whilst Kylie Minogue pulls a gun in the background. It's a prison fight. I think that's Ken versus... I don't know who's fighting there. I don't know. I think... Oh, it's Vega and his makeshift claw. That's right. At one point, Vega is in prison and makes himself a claw, MacGyver style, out of bits of wooden nails or something. It's all a bit strange. Here's some boats. They go into harbours. It's very exciting. And Chun-Li... Oh, we've got a foil one. Now we're talking. Chun-Li versus Zangief. Whoever wins, we all lose. Was it pronounced Zangief? I've heard it pronounced that as well, which upsets me, and I don't know why. Behind the scenes, here's that poor bastard we painted a funny colour so he could be blanker for 15 seconds in the film. Here are some lights that was Bison stage. God, you know, it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth just remembering this film. There's Kylie Minogue and Chun-Li and all that. Sorry, Cammy, not Kylie Minogue. Yeah. And here's some people watching the Daily Rushes, I would presume, all thinking, Jesus Christ, why didn't we get a job on another film? And finally, some Robocops. Now we're talking. Robocop Patrol. It's overly blue and weirdly saturated. Great. No escape from Robocop, except if you run really quickly, you've got a car. Detroit's Action Hero. That's a slightly better one. It's better defined, isn't it, and has more colour and stuff. Facing the Enemy. Oh, Kane, I believe he was called, wasn't he? I don't remember himself, actually. I haven't seen Robocop 2 for years. But yep, it was basically a criminal they decided to make into a bigger robot because they thought that was a good idea. Oh, OCP, will you ever learn? And there he is again. Yes, it is Kane. Good, that makes me feel better. Let's watch that again, actually. I don't remember it being that bad. It's certainly not as good as Robocop, and it's obviously better than Robocop 3. I think the problem with Robocop 2 that I remember was a sort of dearth of ideas. It was just, here, there is another Robocop and here's evil. Whereas Robocop 3 actually had a far more interesting setup, but was, of course, a shite execution of it, as I believe we've touched on before. Crusader Against Crime, there he is. I can't say his name anymore, because then we'll have to sing the song. Helmeted Hero. These are a bit generic, aren't they? Let's face it. What was once can never be again. Oh, there he is with his wife. Oh, how sad. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, thanks for that. That's the card every kid wanted, isn't it? Hey, there's Lewis with a hat and a shotgun. And a storyboard of the shooter. That's interesting. You don't usually see storyboards of this kind of stuff, do you? But there we are. There's Kane having a bit of an old shoot at old Robocop. Oh no, I said it!
He is a robot. He is a cop. He is a Robocop. They shot his head in, then he was dead in. Now he's a Robocop.
Anyway, use that opportunity to dig through the box, and we've got remaining a small monster in my pocket. A very sort of purpley one, looking quite blue through the viewfinder. Don't know what it'll actually look like on camera. It's got big wings and bad teeths. And it's a boglin, or a mini boglin. One that is either covered in wax or is, I think it's actually melting. A melting boglin. That's terrifying. I can hear Jim Sterling's heart breaking from here. Right, 80s box. Away with you. Out with the old, in with the older. Right, this time we have... Oh, is it going to be an Atari 2600 game again? Probably so, because it has been each time. And I still don't have anything to play them on. I really must get hold of something. They're getting very pricey now, old 2600s. I don't know why. Oh, what? This is weird. Oh, there's another box inside. That's messes with convention. And it's an old Garbage Pail Kids stickers and bubblegum from the new 3rd series box. And all the stuff is inside that. Right, we have a Centipede. Do you know, I think I've already got that. That's one of the very few games I had. Well, if that doesn't work, this one probably will. We have, now this is the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but from the real Ghostbusters. They had a short series of figures based on, you know, monsters from other franchises. Mostly the Universal ones, I believe, hence old Hunchy Backy here. Yep, he's got a serious growth going on there. You should have had it cut out when it was small. Now look what's happened. He's also got this chain he can use to whip round really fast and use it as a helicopter rotor and escape. I may have made that up. How does the mouth open? Because it clearly does. Ah, here we are. And that was how we had fun in the 80s. That's a nice figure. It's also in good condition, actually. I'm pleased with this. And now I'll look at some more monster in my pockets, just earlier ones made of harder plastic. This is the one I remember most, actually. It was just like a hand, a warty hand with a... I don't know if you see the face there. Yes, there we go, on the finger. Ah, I'm a hand of some kind. And then he joined up with all the other bits and formed Devastator or something, I don't know. And, oh, we're back to Muscle, but the later Muscle figures that weren't the flesh-coloured ones. Here's the main character, Kiko Man, Kanuki Man, the man who begins with K. I can never remember his name from the original Japanese version. Looks like he's just got some new underarm deodorant going on. He's feeling pretty damn pleased about it. And, ooh, come at me, bro. It's Horned Bloke. He's a bit like a Viking. And Yeah, serious jaw got on there. He could play a good Batman with a jaw like that. And on the back, very little whatsoever except a lot of hair. And what stickers do we have here? Some Garbage Pail Kids one. I would be surprised if not. And also, ooh, I don't know what these are. Well, they're dinosaurs, obviously. The Truth About Pteranodon. Oh my god, it's like one of those conspiracy theory little leaflets you get in the London Underground and stuff. You thought you knew Triceratops? Here is the truth about Triceratops. He works with the government to take your brain waves. My god. What's going on? The Triceratops is killing a load of French policemen or something. How did that happen? What period in history was that? Yep. Plesiosaurus. My god. So these are like dinosaur stickers, but they're just really gorily killing people. So is the concept that they've somehow travelled forward in time? Because that doesn't seem like a thing that's actually happened. How strange. That was just bending up a light fitting. Fair enough. That one's managed to, yes, horribly impale a punk, as dinosaurs are wont to do. And the Pteranodon's killed a cowboy or something. What is this? Just dinosaurs kill random people? The sticker series. Amazing. Yep, Pteranodon's playing with his cars, which involves eating a bus full of people. I mean, Dimetrodon even. A Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus. Man, that's a hard one to say. He's eating a baby. He's eating a fucking baby. Look, seriously. Hand in the carriage. My god! You can see the baby's blood, arm and a leg dropping off, and the bloody dummy coming out of its mouth. Or pacifier if you're American. That's astonishing. In 1988, the Topps company thought, you know what we need more of? Stickers of dinosaurs literally eating a baby. My goodness. Here's a Brontosaurus eating a couple more people. Some more people crushed underfoot. Lovely. The Ankylosaurus has managed to rip somebody's guts out with its spiky tail of doom. The Allosaurus has eaten Al's head. And yeah, we're back to the my god, that is astonishing. I feel I should preserve that for later generations to be horrified at as they gawk at it. Let's put that away. And finally, oh, there's another. It's another piece of wax paper. That's nice. What Garbage Pail Kids have we got? I do love Garbage Pail Kids. We have Half-Baked Betty. My god, a woman who appears to be flattening her own head in order to cook it into some sort of doughy treat. That's always a problem. Soggy Oggy. Oh, man, that's prefacing Hannibal by a few years, I think, isn't it? Oh, dear. Most unpleasant. Bubbly Babs. We've all been there. Too much bubble gum. Got it stuck everywhere, although not usually to that extent. Flamin' Damon is having a go down the world's most friction-heavy slide to the extent that his entire lower body is burnt away. He's in trouble at the bottom. Swiss Chris, who is basically made of holy cheese and is very long and they're cutting slices of him off. Do each of them have independent sentiency? It's weird. And back to Half-Baked Betty. And all the usual gubbins on the back. Turn it over and form a big picture of something that you can't... Ooh. Ugh. Right. Ugh. Big gooey ears. Right, time for snacks and things, because there's nothing you want more after seeing some really disgusting stuff than to eat something. Preferably not a baby. Right, that's cleared some space for the old Munchpak, and of course I've washed my hands like a good boy, because it's supper time or something. A lot of you, incidentally, have been saying that the Munchpak should be in a separate video. And the food stuff should be like separate to the other collector's boxes. I don't know why that is, but I'm happy to do that. But not today, because I hadn't planned for it. So let's do it all together, one last time. And follow Mike on Snapchat for some reason. Thanks, Mike. Right, are we ready for snackage? I don't know if there's a theme running through it. I don't think there is. There hasn't been for a while, actually. Right, I'm going to take this large one from the top, which is Coney Island Classics Jalapeno Poppers. Kettle corn with Himalayan pink salt. Man, that's a long name. So yeah, it appears to literally be salted popcorn with some jalapenos in, I presume. It's very nice. Oh, it's quite hot. Torku Cremali Biscuvi. I'm guessing that it's a biscuit with plain cream by the way they've written it on the packet. They look like tiny little bland Oreos. And that's pretty much exactly what they are. Wailana Chips present Thai curry and lime crisps. Don't ever recall trying that flavour before. I tell you what, that is a very scary photo. She has been airbrushed out of this dimension. Ah, they're sort of quavery things. I was expecting them to be normal crisps for some reason. What do they taste like then? Not much spice to them. Yep, get an undertone of the sort of green toast curry stuff going on. And there is a little citrus hit. Yeah, they're nice. Obladi, oblada, oblita, noir. La la, how the wafer goes on. Well, it looks like some sort of chocolatey wafer with white stuff in. And yet, when it comes out, it's just sort of all a fairly uniform browny grey colour. A bit like the monolith from 2001. What's it taste like then? Exactly as you'd expect. Imagine those pink wafer things, but with a slight chocolatey edge. Yeah, they're alright. Oi, are you celebrating life every day? If not, buy some cardamom cashews. They're sweet and velvety with an exotic accent. Ooh, Santé. Cashews coated in stuff then. Yeah. There's no real smell to them, which surprised me. What do they taste like? Very sweet. Well, quite sweet. It's fairly subtle. Yeah, it's basically just cashew nuts with a slightly sweet edge to them. When the moon hits your eye like a big biscuit thing, that's amore. Sabor chocolate. So, chocolate flavour biscuits of some type. They've got that kind of double chocolate feel going on, because the cream inside is chocolate as well as the biscuit. What madness. They're a bit soft for my taste. Very sweet. Don't really taste of chocolate at all. Yeah, they're just kind of sickly and, ooh, they're a bit unpleasant actually. Fuck you, Amori. Coquet wafer. Coquet cocket? Yep, a cocket wafer. There's nothing like more in the morning than a cocket wafer. Well, it looks like a knobbly poo, but what does it taste like? Sort of wafer stuff. Some sort of goo in the middle. Has a sort of slightly sour milk taste to it. It's like a massively inferior Kinder Bueno thing. Oh, it does taste slightly, a little bit sour to it. Don't like that. Don't like that. Not to worry, these Takaoka Choco Flakes will take the taste away. Are they literally just like cornflakes, but with chocolate on? Like those things your mum used to make and then put in a little cupcake holder? What is going on there? Is he squinting at his impending doom as he is about to be crushed and turned into these? Let's hope so. Yeah, it's kind of crushed up cornflakes with chocolate on, I think. Yeah. The chocolate's not very chocolatey. Oh god, it's some Japanese mystery thing. Yeah, this is slightly worrying. It looks like some sort of medicine that should be taken anally or something. Candy. Contains glucose, sugar, isomalt, oligosaccharides, all your favourite sugars. They look like bloated polos, actually. Well, what do they taste like, I wonder? They're literally pretty much just sugar. You know those chalky sweets you can get and the lollies and stuff that are quite hard? Imagine that, but softer. And that is exactly what these are. And finally, a Haribo I haven't heard of, Haribo Droppies. Kids and grown-ups love it so, the happy world of droppies. So they're supposed to look like raindrops or something, hence why the gold bear there has his umbrella out. I don't know, they're just little jelly tots, surely. But they do have fruit juice. I'm going to eat a red and blue one together, like a madman. Yeah, they're fine, just little jelly tot type sweets, a little bit softer than jelly tots maybe. Perfectly nice. And let's end on our new favourite image of a Parasaurolophus eating a baby. The Garbage Pail Kids did come to a sticky end. Right, tell you what, let's do that vote thing again. Vote for which box you want the most next time. Now, thing, stuff. Yes.